Freddie knows that I'm a huge Star Wars guy, like huge. So I brought to show,
There you go.
yeah,
Yep.
my very that experience going in there. It's unreal.
Yeah.
Like I was literally like, I couldn't believe it. So I got all of the Kyber crystals to go with it.
There
I
you
don't know,
go.
Freddie, if you saw my recent post, I was out in the dark,
I did.
lightsaber way.
Yep.
I am a professional Jedi, so
So
um,
I'll just admit that I did stalk you a little bit,
cool. That's cool. Totally.
and then I saw it too. I was like, that's pretty neat.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
An entire lifetime of taking Taekwondo helps with that. So just
Yeah.
So okay, because I also am not. I haven't really watched many of the Star Wars movies.
that's okay.
So like I tease Fred and call him a Potterhead because of Harry Potter. Is there a name for Star Wars people? Like, do you have or like I was gonna say Trekkie, but that's Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Star Trek.
So
which I am
I mean,
also.
if we're, I just say I'm Jedi. I mean, that's I just put
okay,
that.
Yeah.
gotcha,
That's
perfect.
since my last name's Meehan, I was kid that my name's Mehanican. So like oh, Freddie's joking. Don't joke.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
So walking, you go into Hollywood Studios and you go around, you go into the bridge, and then the first time walking into Galaxy's Edge, it's unreal. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you enter a different planet. I'm not even kidding. The sounds, the trash cans look like they're not trash cans. They're Star Wars trash cans. There's droids everywhere. People, I mean, it's awesome.
Welcome to Going Beyond Beyond the Castle. I am super excited to be here this week. I'm your host Fred, and with me, as always, is my fabulous co-host Lori. And I am super excited this week to bring some actual family on. Joining us this week is my cousin Andy. So we're going to dive into a little bit about some of his Disney trips in the past. So for sure, as you guys join us, pop some questions in. If you guys have questions for Andy about his trip, make sure you drop those in the comments so we can ask those questions to him. But as always, it's been a super crazy week for Disney, especially with us missing this past Sunday. It has been, I think, there's been so many announcements. Like, I think we could spend a whole episode on solely announcements on everything that Disney has dropped in the past week.
Yeah, I definitely cut back on some of the announcements. But before we kick into it, welcome back. Glad that you're better.
Alive.
You seem to be doing well.
I am. There was a small little moment. It's fine.
Yeah.
Thought I was dying. I wasn't. It's fine.
We're glad you
good.
didn't
I'm
die.
glad that. Right. Same.
Me too. Me too.
Same. All right. So you want me to go ahead and kick off the announcements?
Yeah. We'll
Let's
dive
roll
into
with
announcements.
it. Okay. So we've talked about it a lot on the show about the Dylan. Look, now I'm not going to be able to talk. The Disney villains happily. Let me start over. See, this is the thing about going live because I can't start over.
This is wrong,
Look,
Lori. Like but that's what makes it a good podcast.
It is
if
fun.
You make mistakes.
Fred has definitely taken me out of my comfort zone. Okay, so we've talked about the new villains. I don't know why I want to keep saying Dylan's villain show over at Hollywood Studios. Disney just released the name of that. It's going to be called the Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After. Maybe we'll let you do announcements next week.
That's fine.
Yeah, so they do have the name announced. It's got Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, Maleficent, as we talked about before. So at least now it has a name, so we know it's coming. They also announced over at Hollywood Studios The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure. So that looks super exciting for Little Mermaid fans. It's a stage show. No?
Hasn't it been there before? It's over there back behind Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
It says, wait, this summer, it's coming this summer. We'll be a part of Ariel's World.
Maybe I'm making this up. There's something back behind Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway that I don't know.
Yeah.
Talking about Hollywood
I don't
Studio?
know.
Yeah.
At Hollywood Studios. Yeah, I mean, like, My kids are older, so we kind of skipped the shows a little bit because they didn't want to do it. But now I do want to do those things now that we're evolving in our trips.
I'm looking.
Yeah, you look for it. I'll move on. Spaceship Earth Lounge, moving on over to Epcot. They put out some more information on that. So that looks super cool. I don't know.
Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
Yes. Oh, the ride, the Voyage of the Little Mermaid. Yes.
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay. Yeah, I was like...
That's going to be a live show that they're now adding?
It says there's going to be a vibrant cast of puppets, live performers, and stunning visuals coming together under the sea. So, yeah. They put out some more information on the Spaceship Earth Lounge. Looks kind of... I don't know. I'm not a lounge goer anyway when I go there, but...
If I'm going to go to Disney, I don't want to sit in a lounge.
Right.
Unless it's a lazy river.
Yes.
There you go. We know that Test Track will be opening back up. It's been closed for a hot minute. It's going to open back up in the late summer of 2025. So that'll be exciting for some Test Track fans.
And it's getting re-sponsored. It's not going to be by Chevy anymore.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it says General Motors.
Yeah, it was by Chevy. Now it's going to be by General Motors.
Sweet.
Close.
That'll be fun. I've only done that one time. I don't know. I used to be afraid to do it because I thought I was going to get sick from going in circles, but it wasn't like that. It's super fun now. Okay, moving on over to Magic Kingdom Park. We now have a name for the new nighttime show, which is Disney's Starlight, Dream the Night Away. With Moana float. Looks super cool. It just says coming up in the summer of 2025. So that'll be fun and interesting. What else we got? Pirates of the Caribbean Tavern. They've announced a little bit more than that. This one says late in 2025. So another tavern that'll be opening up over there. What else we got? Over in Animal Kingdom, Zootopia, Better Together. Again, it just says 2025, and the Tree of Life Theater doesn't give an actual date.
Anything's going to be better than It's Tough to Be a Bug.
Yeah. So, Andy, did you like that one, A Tough to Be a Bug?
I think
we talked about that recently.
I saw that one when we were there at Christmas. Yeah. I don't remember them saying much when they came out, but yeah.
Yeah, I know it traumatized my daughter. So, and so we had talked before about Dinosaur. That's another questionable ride, whether if you're a fan or not. That one closing down, but they just recently announced that it's going to stay open through 2025. So, Fred, you have another chance to go and ride Dinosaur.
I don't. Sorry. Nope.
Josh and I, that's one of our favorites. I don't know why, because it's a rough ride, but it's super cool.
Super
so we always do that. My daughter, again, is not a fan of that one either. So, and then over in this Kilimanjaro Safari, we have some new lions that were introduced this week. Should I attempt their names? Let's see.
You got this. Full faith in you.
Okay. Last time I got it right when you checked me. So we got Nima.
Yeah, you did.
Sahara and Shango, I guess. I guess the M is silent.
The M is silent. Like P in pterodactyl.
There you go.
I'm going to say you got it.
Got it.
And the Lion King, that they were always lying around.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then the only other thing that we'll talk about today, we'll put some more announcements over in the Facebook group or the page because there was just so much and we don't want to take time away from Andy in giving us his trip report. But another, the Walalulu Bar and Grill is opening over at the new Disney Polynesian Tower. So they'll have another restaurant over there. So fun stuff coming.
Moana based thing, or is that just since it's Epcot, it's just like country based?
It's actually over at the Polynesian Resort.
Yeah.
So I clicked the link. Let me see. Let me open the link.
That's the DVC tower that's opening, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that one's, it says opening. Of course, I didn't save the link on that one.
In 5 days, December 17th.
17th, yeah. Oh, here we go. Take breathtaking views of the Seven Seas Lagoon. It's Polynesian inspired, so looks good. The food looks yummy. Sweet potato hummus, crispy chickpeas. That the sweet potato hummus would be right up Josh's alley. He likes sweet potatoes. Looks like they have some sushi. Ooh, this looks really good. Yeah, some ribs. So yeah. So
cool.
Yeah, fun stuff coming up in 2025.
Yeah, lots of other announcements. So like Lori said, just keep an eye on the Facebook page. With me almost dying Sunday, we didn't get to cover a lot of the announcements, but
it's okay.
Yeah, we'll get those in the group, and lots of exciting things coming, especially to Disneyland with their anniversary coming up. You know, Disneyland has just released their entire 2025 schedule. They're like, let's just.
Oh yeah, they threw it all out there. The Halloween stuff and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get all that posted on the Facebook. But yeah, we'll transition over to Andy. Like I said, Andy and I go way back, approximately 33 years, because that's how old I am. Yeah. So Andy's my cousin, and Andy actually, reached out the other day and was like, "Hey, love to come on your podcast." And we're always down for guests.
Yes.
And Andy got to take a trip to Disney World last Christmas. And so we decided, perfect timing. We're in this Christmas vibe, so let's get him on the podcast and talk. So Andy, definitely welcome to the podcast. We're super excited to have you.
Yes, thank you. Good to be here.
So you went to Disney last Christmas?
It was, yeah. We ended up getting there a few days before the way it's planned. So I think we had 2 days before, and then Christmas Day, and I think the day after, if I remember right. But that was a whole year ago, and a lot's happened since then. But
right. Was that your guys' first trip to Disney, or had you guys been before?
I've been. My wife Jackie has been. Well, she actually is from Florida, so I don't remember how many times she's been. It might only been a couple, but she probably knows the exact answer. But that's okay. Yeah.
Once you go so many times, it's just a giant blur of how many times you've been.
It was the kids' first time. So Connor was 7 when we went last year, and Cece was 12.
Yeah.
And Casey was 20. So, and then I had been once when I was small. From what I remember, or I'm told, I was with our cousin Kristen when we were little. And the only reason I remember that is because I've seen a picture that proves it. But I don't remember much of that one. I was pretty young. And then I went like when I was 20 or so, or like around 2001 or so.
Yeah, so a lot's changed since you went to Disney.
Oh, it was way different. Yeah, I mean, well, kind of, but not. But yeah.
Yeah, there's some things that always stay the same at Disney, but then there's some some big pieces that change.
So and you were brave to go over Christmas too.
Do it now?
Yeah.
I said you were brave too for not going for so long to go over Christmas.
Yeah. So we've always talked about it as a family. Hey, let's go to Disney for Christmas, and we finally just went ahead and said, okay, let's do it. So we drove, but it was split up because we stopped in Tennessee for a while, and we're in Kentucky, so that was probably the hardest part. But it was.
Jackie said she went 3 as a kid and once with you.
Okay, so there you go. She's watching.
There, she is watching. Yep. Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
Okay, Lori, sweet. I think it's your turn for some questions.
Yeah. Okay, so did you guys stay on a Disney property?
Yes, we Saratoga Springs.
Oh, fun.
Oh.
It was awesome.
I'm staying there for the first time.
You're coming up
in February.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was very, very cool because there's a golf course there, so it's like pretty neat looking, and it's a whole I don't know, it's like you're in your own town kind of. It's really neat, and you can just walk out and catch the train or not the train, the buses to whatever
Yeah.
park you got going that day. So it was really nice. I could talk about the room if you'd like.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was me and then so five of us and then mom and dad. So there was actually seven of us. So we had a 2 bedroom, but each bedroom had its own full bath. And then in the living area or room, it's part kitchen and part living room, and there was a pull-out bed. So we all had a bed. So 7 people slept comfortably. It was mom and dad, and then me and Jackie, and then Connor and Cece shared a bed, and Casey had one, out there. So
Nice.
yeah, and yeah, it's just really really nice. Parking was easy to drive in and get to. Safe. And it's neat too because when you're driving around, there's like a little general store that's not far away. They have a post office. I think it might actually be a post office, but yeah. The room was really nice. You got a fridge, the coffee, not like a full kitchen, but enough to like have snacks and stuff. So
Yeah.
it was cool.
Was there anything about the room that maybe you would have liked to have been different, or was it just? If it was just good.
Not really. Honestly, we weren't there much in the room.
Yeah.
Kinda, but it was neat too because we were on the bottom level, so we like walked right out onto like a patio, and you could see the golf course right there. It's really cool. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
And it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know it's a fairly large resort, so we'll see how where we get placed. I put in a room request. I think it's called Grand Station. I think it was.
That might have been where we were, or close to it.
Which is supposedly close. Yeah.
It's like
So
right
we'll see if I
next to
get
the
it.
bus. Yeah, you can like walk right over there. There's a couple pools too, like a couple, and if you're up for a walk, it's not far from I can't remember the name. It's where all the shops are.
Disney Springs.
Yeah, it's not. You can get there like on foot, or
Yeah.
there's also like a
That's-
ferry that goes right across there. You can get to it. It's really neat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually why we selected that resort, because for this trip, we're actually going for my daughter's cheer competition.
Oh, cool.
And so we won't get a whole lot of park time, but on our off time, we'll spend a lot of time in Disney Springs. So we decided to check out a Disney Springs resort. Plus, I want to try different resorts as we go. So, yeah, so good. I'm glad. I'm looking forward to it. I've read a lot of good things about it. So
You'll love it.
pretty
It's
excited.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's Christmas, so I think we brought a Christmas tree. So we had a little Christmas tree set up, and put like hung some stocking.
Like
Santa
Oh,
came,
fun.
of course, and yeah,
yeah.
it was cool.
That's
It was
awesome.
really cool. Yeah.
That is a bucket list
Mhm.
thing, is for me to go. Like I'm speaking it to existence that next year I'm going to go as close to Christmas as possible. I probably won't be able to go for Christmas.
Yeah.
But
I think it's
Okay.
definitely worth doing at least once.
Yeah.
Spending Christmas Day at Disney. I wouldn't do it every year. I just wouldn't because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
It was kind of not weird, but you're so used to being home on Christmas Day. But
Right.
for one time at least, yeah, it was way cool for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep, definitely. All right, Fred, we're going to let you transition over to our next section.
Fun time. All right, let's talk parks, right? So you guys were there for 3 days?
3, I think. Yeah, no, it was
What-
3 because well, let me. One was Hollywood Studios, but we're not going to talk about those guys on this podcast, right? No, not Hollywood Studios.
Yeah,
Universal.
Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We,
Hey, we can talk.
Hey, we like
Universal.
Universal.
This is the
We're-
Universal podcast.
yeah,
if
we
we
can
can,
talk
that
about
was
it
awesome
too.
too. But
Yeah.
so the first day we Animal Kingdom, and of course seeing the Tree of Life. That's just awesome. I think it was pretty new when I went there in 2000. It wasn't hugely been there a long time.
Animal Kingdom opened in 1997.
Okay, so yeah,
that sounds
Yeah.
right.
that's the year I graduated high school. It tells my age there. Yeah.
We're
So,
going to look it up.
Yeah.
the first thing we did. So I highly recommend to get the passes. The
Lightning Lane.
gosh.
Or
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so the way it's set up, at least it was then. I think it's pretty much the same now. You do everything on the app. So like You can
Yep.
you can set your reservation for whenever, so you don't have to wait in line forever. You show up, and they're like, "Oh, it's your turn." You just get right on the rides. The first thing we did was Avatar.
Ooh.
My
I'm not even
favorite.
kidding.
Flight of Passage.
Yeah, it was like it might be the coolest thing ride
Yeah.
that I've
Yeah.
ever done. I'm not even kidding. It's like you're on the thing. It's ridiculous. Like you can feel the wind and like you're getting hit with the water and it's like you're moving.
Smells. It's just.
It's really 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 real and amazing. It was awesome. Yeah. So
Yeah.
That is Animal Kingdom is my favorite park, and
She'll talk about it all day.
I can talk about it all day. I
Mhm.
get so frustrated when people say it's like a zoo. I'm like, it's not.
well, no,
It's so much better.
not. We did
But I love Avatar. That's my favorite ride.
Oh yeah, it was
Besides
awesome.
Guardians.
We didn't get to do Guardians. It was booked all day. We couldn't get in. We just couldn't book it in time. There's a lot of crowds on Christmas. I mean, I haven't been off, season in such a long time. But I mean, and then yeah, we did the Jeep ride or whatever.
It's Kilimanjaro
Yeah,
Safaris.
that was really cool. It's downtime. It's chill. You just kind of, but it's still neat.
Mhm.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I do it every time. I don't care how many times I've gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't remember much else. We just did a lot of walking around and with the crowds. I'm good with walking around and looking at stuff and just soaking it all in as much as possible. Jackie can chime in if anybody remembers doing any other shows or rides. I don't think I did much of anything else while we were there. But also with seven people logistically getting around, it takes a little bit longer, and decision making, we could have probably had a more of a plan, but you get excited and you get in there, oh, let's do this, and so, but much, but I feel like we could have done a lot more if it wasn't as busy, but I mean, it was to be expected, but
yeah, Christmas week, always gonna be busy.
Yeah, and that's what I like about Animal Kingdom is that you can just walk around and soak in the atmosphere and just
that's
being
enough.
there.
That's worth every to me. So, and then so on to the second day, which was my favorite day, Hollywood Studios. So, Freddie knows that I'm a huge Star Wars guy, like huge. So I brought to show.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
That experience going in there, it's unreal.
Yeah.
Like I was literally like, I couldn't believe it. So I got all of the Kyber crystals to go with it.
There you
I don't
go.
know, Freddie, if you saw my recent post, I was out in the dark, lightsaber way.
Yep.
I am a professional Jedi, so.
So I'll just admit that I did stalk you a little bit.
Cool. That's cool. Totally.
And then I saw it too. I was like, that's pretty neat.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
An entire lifetime of taking Taekwondo helps with that. So just.
Yeah.
So, okay, because I also I haven't really watched many of the Star Wars movies.
That's okay.
So like I tease Fred and call him a Potterhead because of Harry Potter. Is there a name for Star Wars people? Like, do you have I was going to say Trekkie, but that's Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Star Trek.
So,
which I am also.
I mean, if we're, I just say I'm Jedi. I mean, I just
okay.
That.
Gotcha.
That's
perfect.
Yeah. Since my last name's Meehan, I was kid. My name's Mehanican. So
Yeah.
Oh, Freddie's joking. Don't joke.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
So walking, you go into Hollywood Studios and you go around, you go into the bridge, and then the first time walking into Galaxy's Edge, it's unreal. I mean, you enter a different planet. I'm not even kidding. The sounds, the trash cans look like they're not trash cans. They're Star Wars trash cans. There's droids everywhere. It's people. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Did you happen to get to do Rise of the Resistance?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think we did it twice actually.
Yeah.
Wait. So hold on. Rise of Resistance.
is the one that you're actually like on the moving cart and you go see the ad, and it starts with you getting captured.
Yes, we.
And then they break you out, and then you go.
Oh
through
yeah, we did. So we did it twice, and
Yeah,
it turns out that's the one that's easy to get on, right? Because it's quick. No,
That's probably Star Tours.
Star
or Star Tours.
Okay, we did Star Tours twice. Now, from what I understand, there's like 9 different Star Tours like movies.
Yeah,
you do like 3 or 4 times that day, and get a different one every time. It's we did.
Yeah,
and they're adding more here in the future.
And with that, like that one is easy to get on, like just because I think they have so many, like that Rise Rise Resistance was the first one we did, and I can't remember. We hadn't bought our fast passes or lightning lanes yet, and for whatever reason, the girl was like, hold on a minute, and she walked over and talked to somebody, and then came back. I was like, how many you got? And we're like, okay, and she's like, you guys can go ahead.
Oh, sweet.
Like whatever reason,
bit of pixie
they're like,
dust.
we get to do this a few times a day, and they like just let us go on through, so we didn't have to wait on that one.
Oh, that's awesome, because that ride usually gets fairly long wait.
It was either that or Avatar on the first day. I can't remember, but that did happen. That was part of our.
Either way, both of them's great. Yeah.
It was really, really cool. That So, and after that, we purchased the light.
The lightning. When you went, it was probably Genie Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, but either way, it was like maybe just $20 or so a person, if that.
Yeah.
And what you get for that's awesome. And of course, we had the bracelet things. Magic bands, yes. Those were cool, and it was neat too because if you don't have to get them beforehand, but it's a little helpful because you can have them all set up with the app on your phone and stuff. So, and it's fun to go online and pick out your magic band.
Yes, yeah, it's part of the experience. And then if you have a vacation package booked and you order them through the app, then you get them at a discounted rate.
Discount.
Oh, okay.
So, unless you're like me, who as soon as Magic Band Plus came out, I didn't have a trip booked, but I wanted one. So I went to Shop Disney and paid full price just to have it until I went on the next trip. But yeah, get it through the app and it's discounted.
Yeah. So more about Galaxy's Edge. I can talk about that all day, but I won't. But of course, you walk up and you can see like a life-size Millennium Falcon, and that's amazing. It's just so cool. So, and we did what's the ride called?
Smuggler's Run.
Yeah, we did that too. Then we did the lightsaber experience. We built the droid. Connor built the droid. I should have brought him up.
Fun.
I don't know where mine's at.
We got the round guy, an 8.
Yeah, BB-8.
Yeah. He's awesome. And then and then the cantina. Oh, so in January or February. So for Christmas, which I didn't know this was happening, but Jackie's sister and maybe her and Jackie's mom got it all in together, and they got Anthony, which is Jackie's, it's her nephew on her side, our nephew, a golf trip to Florida because my parents have a place down there. So we were going down to Sarasota in February anyway, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna go play golf at Disney. So we drove from Sarasota to Orlando. It takes like an hour and a half. It's not even that long. And played golf and went to Hollywood Studios all in the same day in the middle of February, and that was awesome too. Like we were at Galaxy.
Fun.
Yeah. So, and the golf. There's my golf shirt that I got. So, you can see me.
There you go.
Yeah. I wear this all the time. It's awesome. And I'm not even kidding. For $100, like basically to schedule your golf round, that's not bad for like real golf. It's probably the coolest golf experience I ever had in my life. The nicest course you've ever seen. I mean, the pro shop's awesome. It's just like they're so nice. It's like, but it's a genuine kind of nice. It's not corny. I mean, it's just they literally treat you like you're VIP. I mean, everywhere. It's really cool. So
sweet.
Nice. So you guys definitely had a busy day at Hollywood Studios. What was the third park you
We
guys hit?
Magic Kingdom, yeah, and it
Okay.
was so busy because it was Christmas Day. It
Yeah.
was nuts. Neat. It was like walking everywhere you go. But
Yeah.
I did get this. This
Yep.
is Peter Pan. Signed by him and Wendy and the Lost Boys. For the
That's
treat.
cool.
Peter Pan's #1 favorite Disney movie for me, and second
Okay.
close Lion King. So yeah,
Yeah. So what did you think of the Peter Pan's flight?
we didn't get to do it. I mean,
Oh,
It was so
yeah, no,
busy.
we you know, yeah.
Yeah.
So we tried like all day, but we didn't get to ride much, and with the crowds, and we kind of got wore out. You know, um,
yeah.
by that time we were there half the day. I think Dad and Cece ended up going back and doing some rides. If Jackie's still listening, maybe she can jump on and say what those were. But we yeah. So, but still, once again, just walking around, looking at everything. You see the castle. They did some singing.
Yeah.
I can't remember who. Oh,
The
oh yeah,
band.
yeah, in front of the castle. Um, the tree, like the Christmas tree, is really, really neat to see. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Front of the
Mhm.
park.
yeah, like right when you walk in, it's the giant Christmas tree.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Yeah, that was my dream, was to see that Christmas tree, and I got to see it a couple weeks ago when I went, and it was just gorgeous. Love
Yeah,
that tree.
it's worth seeing because it's right on the little like
Yeah.
pond, not pond, but it's like I don't know, it's the water there, right, or some kind of.
No, it's just like on a big stand in like a
No,
little
maybe I'm thinking of the other. Maybe I'm thinking Hollywood Studios. Anyway, but I can.
Hollywood Studios. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have it. Yeah.
Next to
It had
Gertie.
tree too, but I think.
Yeah. Next to Gertie.
Yeah, yeah. So I can talk about food real quick. How long do we have? I don't want to like overdo it.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The food. First of all, the coffee. If you're a coffee drinker, Joffrey's coffee is probably the best coffee I've ever had in my life. Oh well, okay.
Yep.
Top 4 or 5. I mean, and I'm a coffee snob, so that's saying a lot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. I love Joffrey's. I always get Joffrey's when we're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, really, really good. I loved it so much. I came back and started ordering it online and having it shipped to my house. I mean, so.
Yep.
there you go.
There's a Joffrey's in Disney Springs, and they have all the different coffees off the Disney princesses, and it is so much coffee. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if TJ Maxx is a store that's all over, but if you have a TJ Maxx near
They
you,
usually sell.
Yeah,
they have Joffrey's coffee there.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of random, just like sometimes you can find lounge flies or Disney jewelry.
Yeah.
It's not all the time,
Mm.
but they do have Joffrey's coffee a good bit.
Yeah, I'll just look into that. But like we would eat at just the quick, stop and go.
Quick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Always good, But there's one of the diners. I think it was Hollywood Studios. We tried to get in, and we just ended up staying too late, and we walked out. It closed out. So
Yeah.
there's obviously tons of places to eat. We didn't do any of the setup meals or things. So we just next time we will. I wonder where I could find a good planner.
Unfortunately, like, all right, you got 2 of them. Those are sitting.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I'll take a
Disney-
step back since you are Fred's family. I'll let Fred have this one.
We'll share it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately with Disney, like, especially if you're going during a busy time, like, you really got to get those dining reservations in if you want to do any sit downs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good restaurants that you can do a walk up, but especially during that busy time of year, you're going to be on a wait list for a hot minute. Or like even a couple months ago, like it was like in August, like some of that I just checked from time to time. Even some of the wait lists are closed because they're just so busy.
They close them up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's no walk ups or
Yeah,
anything.
we started planning. Gosh, I mean, all the way in the summer before. So I think we just kind of opted out because we wanted to have more time to just kind of do what we wanted this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great too because Christmas is a busy time. But I think it's great that you guys. It seems like you went in with not a whole lot of expectation of expecting to be able to do all the things. Like you just wanted to go in and experience the parks and just kind of be there, which is sounds like is what happened. So because a lot of folks, if you go in on those busy weeks, especially, I'm sure Fred the same thing. I mean, I advise client, of course, if they want to book it, I'll book it. But I do advise and say, hey, it's going to be super busy. So depending what your expectations are, if you're going in thinking that you're going to do all the things those weeks, then you're going to probably leave disappointed. But if you go with the expectation of like, hey, I just want to be there and be in the environment and just soak in the Disney atmosphere, then it's definitely doable to see the decorations, to see the shows. And so sounds like, that's what you guys did, especially if you're saying next time. So cough, falls, that you're going to go again. So at least it didn't ruin your expectations of what Disney should be.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really expect to be able to do anything. I don't think there could be nobody in the park. I don't think you'd do everything in one day. I mean, honestly.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we went for 2 weeks, and
back to back.
Yeah, we were at Disney September 9th through September 24th.
Wow.
And I mean, even still, with the amount of time that we were in the park, we still miss things.
Yeah.
Like, you really gotta, like, and I mean, there's people, like, I'm in a bunch of Disney groups, which of course Lori is too, but a lot of your out of country people will come and they'll go to stay at Disney for like 30 days.
Wow.
They get better discounts.
I heard a lot of
through Disney.
While I was there. Yeah. A lot of people from overseas. Yeah.
That's really the only way you're going to get to do everything is if you go for like a month, which sign me up.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I liked it though. The cultural diversity, it's kind of neat. Everybody comes here. It's pretty cool.
So you guys didn't do Epcot?
No, Casey was mad. She wanted Epcot.
That's my part. I love Epcot.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not for everybody because
I think I would like it, but I mean, I don't know.
It's more experience than it is like. This sounds bad. It's more experience than it is fun. Like, a majority of the park is just walking around, learning and experiencing different.
There's also a ride there, right? That's huge.
There's a couple rides. You've got Frozen. You've got Ratatouille, Soarin', Test Track, and
Guardians. That's what she wanted to do too. That's like part of the main reason she wanted to go. Like
best Disney ride ever.
Yeah, I know. It's what she kept saying. Like,
top Disney ride.
And I'll tell you, like, Epcot is not really one of our favorite. I mean, I do like it. It has the best food. So a lot of times we'll go to Hollywood Studios and then we'll Skyliner over and go eat in Epcot. But Guardians is my favorite ride. Like, I will get the virtual queue and the lightning lane so we can ride it twice. It's so awesome. But we like Soarin' too, which Fred knows. My husband's not a roller coaster person, so he doesn't typically do like Guardians. He did do it the last time we went. But we love Soarin', so we'll go and do that one. So we'll spend time at Epcot, but it's definitely have the best food and drinks.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, for sure. All day. Okay, cool. I think that covers parks. If Lori, you want to transition over to holiday side of the house.
Yeah, and I know you kind of mentioned a little bit about the tree, but like, what were your first impressions, like walking in and just seeing all the decorations? Especially, I mean, all of them kind of decorated. No, Magic Kingdom is the one that's probably the most breathtaking, I think, or extravagant. But like, did it exceed your expectations? Was it kind of like, wow, this is amazing?
I mean, at least hit for sure. Being there before, I kind of remember, but what I like about it the most is, like, especially on Magic Kingdom, I think, or maybe it's like a street, like, you're walking down the street and like there's shops over here, there's shops over here. And so at Christmas, that's like times 10. Like, I mean, that's shopping is part of Christmas, kind of, So, but I mean, like, so, and the music, like, there's just music all the time, everywhere you go. and that it's Christmas kind of themed a lot. It's really neat. It's like you're in a movie. It's like you just walked into a movie, and it's really cool. Yeah.
Did you and I don't know if they do it all the time. Did you experience the snow on Main Street or no?
Yeah, yeah. It
Oh
was
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, like it just started snowing. Yeah, it's like hot, kind of. It wasn't real hot when we were there, but that's it was
Yeah,
neat. And I love
the joys of Florida. Never knowing what the weather's going to be like. Yeah.
like when we went in February, it was like maybe 50 and rained all the time. But I mean, that was
Mm-hmm.
but right. But I don't I don't remember a ton of like decorations. Except for the tree and stuff. But when you walk in, yeah, it's real cool.
Yeah.
They do it up. It's neat. I mean, part of the experience. I think.
Yeah. Did y'all happen to do any of the Christmas parties, or y'all just visited the parks?
No, we just visit. Yeah. One night we stayed till late. I think we saw some thing at night. Maybe. Where's Tower of Terror?
Hollywood Studios.
No, we were there late that night.
Did you guys do Phantasmic?
I don't think so.
It would have been you kind of sat in like bleachers, and then there was a show,
like on the water.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking back. Oh, I did get some pulled pork sandwich or something bowl that night. It was really good. On that main strip over by Tower of Terror.
Over on Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah. Anyway, so sorry I don't remember much about the decorations. I didn't make that.
No.
Probably.
You're fine. Look, you're fine. Did
tree is what did it for me. The tree. I mean,
yeah.
And the music. I love that everywhere you go, it's music. It's awesome.
Yeah. Did you happen, and if you don't remember, that's fine too, but have any of the holiday themed treats that they normally have? Like,
we went in a candy shop right there on Main Street to the right.
Confectionery, probably.
Yeah, something like that. We got something. I can't remember. Like cupcake, maybe? I don't know. They're all bacon in there and stuff. And...
Yeah.
Is that right? Am I remembering that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that was cool.
So you
got some.
So you weren't like Fred and had like 100 cookies and
doesn't matter eggnog cookies.
Yeah, fun stuff.
I know we talked a little bit about it earlier. We've talked. I mean, it's been a common theme throughout your guys' trip, which is just crowds. Like, do you have having gone now, and not having bought the multi-pass / Genie Plus, do you have any tips or recommendations for just handling the crowds the week of Christmas?
It seems don't you get in early somehow if you have some special
early magic hours.
That's worth it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do that if you're going. Get in early. And honestly, I mean, I would suggest going in early, leaving maybe, and then going back later. I mean, that's probably your best shot if you actually want to not be bombarded with all the people. Now, that being said, it's not horrible. I mean, it's not so bad that you don't want to be there.
Right.
And I think your party size depends on that as well. Like I said, we had 7 people.
Yeah.
That's like a group of
a little mini
crowd. Trying to work it, So not that that's bad. That's just the facts. This is what it is. Like if it was me and a kid, we could, or whatever.
Yeah,
so there's those variables. I think I would just, for people going at that time, that they really need to be aware of how many people are there. It's literally, from what I understand, the busiest time of the year. So if you're prepared, if you go with the mindset knowing, oh, it's going to be really busy, then you're not going to be surprised you don't know what you're gonna expect going in. So
Yeah, and I'll second the whole break in the middle of the
yeah.
day. You know, I was introduced to Disney as going full force. Wake up to
Mhm.
bedtime, and now that I have experienced the beautifulness of taking a break in the middle of the day,
Yeah.
perfect. Go back,
Yeah.
relax, take a nap, go to the
Pool.
pool.
See,
You
there's
know,
Saratoga. I think it's good. There's like a pool. You
yeah,
go to the pool for a while.
yeah. Like I'm all about the breaks
Mhm.
now. Okay, cool. I think if you've, I'm sure Lori can attest to this. If you've been in the Disney community long enough, there's always the fabulous videos of meltdowns inside the Disney parks and the parents just losing it. Um, did you guys have any did you guys have any like unexpected challenges that kind of made it stressful, or like any surprises that you weren't like expecting while you guys were there?
Yes. Okay. Waiting for food.
Oh yeah,
That's not fun.
no,
Always order your food on the app way ahead of time and give yourself 30 minutes. I'm like
yeah,
every time. Like you just have to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I
it's
mean,
awful. You go and you stand in line forever, and then you find the
yeah,
order. You gotta vulture. You gotta vulturize your seat. You're hanging out, waiting for somebody to move,
Waiting for somebody to
swoop
get
in
up.
to get a seat. Unless you go sit on
yeah,
the park somewhere, and then you gotta wait for your food. And then you get. I'm just that was not fun. I mean, that's stressful,
yeah.
especially if you wait till you're hungry. Don't wait till you're hungry. Like if it's lunchtime and yeah, get some food
Go get and order it.
because you add being hungry on top of all that with seven, people and kids. We're all like, we're hungry.
Then you become hangry.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that
Well, the beautiful thing about mobile order is like a lot of times, as long as it's not crazy hectic, like you can usually order it like 15, 20, 30 minutes out and just show up when you're ready.
yeah, it's definitely the way to go on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
So I feel like I know the answer to this. Do you feel like what's one thing that you wish you had known before visiting Disney,
Oh,
aside from mobile order your food before you?
one thing that I would have known before. Oh, I mean, the pass thing for sure. Uh,
Oh, the line
yeah,
skipping
well, we
pass.
knew about it, but we didn't understand how awesome it was. I mean,
Yeah,
like, it's awesome. Wait. Definitely do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were gonna say ordering your
Oh, well,
food
yeah,
in
I mean,
advance.
that, definitely.
Yeah, I'm food motivated though, so that would have been
Yeah.
mine.
So, those two. Yeah, because they don't tell you that. No one tells you that. I mean,
Unless
No,
you
I
have a
mean
planner.
there you go.
it's the little things that like so many people think that you can just show up to Disney, and I mean if you go in with that mindset, like it's gonna be the trip you make it. But if you go into it thinking you can just show up and it's gonna be perfect, then you're gonna be in for a rude
Yeah.
awakening.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, yeah, I mean, that's why they have people like you guys, that, yeah. We had a trip planner. Like, she did help with definitely with some things and setting up the days and the suggestions, and a lot of it was very, helpful for sure. Like,
Every travel planner is different too. That
Yeah.
we all do different things in a different way, and so you're gonna get something different every travel planner you go
mhm.
to.
Yeah.
Okay, Lori, you want to finish us out with some last couple questions?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like some of the questions we had, you've kind of already touched on those. So let's see. If you could change one thing about your trip, what would it be?
Sorry, 1 second. I have a child speaking to me.
You good?
I'm all too familiar. I spent my evening getting
You want to say?
tattoos for my children.
Connor's gonna say hi. He's Bumblebee, right?
Hi, Connor.
Hey, Connor.
Okay, I'll be down in a little bit.
He's Bumblebee.
Yes,
We like Bumblebee.
Bumblebee's cool. Mm.
Yeah.
Every
Okay.
every other night or so, he gets to wear a costume to bed.
Nice.
Pajamas, yes.
Oh, fun.
Secret. Don't tell anybody. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Question. Yes.
That's okay. I was saying if there was one thing you could change about the trip, what would it be,
Um.
if anything?
Yeah, I would. Like if it didn't cost a ton more money, like if I could pay the same amount of money, I would add a day or two, and then that allows me to have more downtime when I want to. If
Yeah.
they could make that
Resort
somehow.
days. Beautiful.
I mean, honestly, that's what I would change. Yeah. And
Yeah.
okay, so that also being said, one of the now that I've been there, like not especially like a map of the day, but you kind of got to go in with a little bit of a plan. I mean, you don't have to, like you said, Freddie. You get in what you get. You get out what you put in.
Yeah,
I would probably not over planning or over analyzing things, but kind of have an idea, of like where you're gonna head throughout the day. But yeah, I would have liked to have more time to take our time, because a lot of it's like it's so huge and surreal. It's like it's a little like you want to do everything all at once. How much can I do in a day? And but we were wore out by the last of it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and the time of year, which we know that you wanted to go for Christmas, so that's perfect. But maybe the next trip you pick a time that's not as busy.
Yes.
And then if you can hit when they have, one of the promotions too, and save a little bit and be able to extend your trip a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe you can get, I think it was your daughter you said, to get on Guardians.
Yeah.
So.
Uh-huh. And actually, I would even opt for like not staying on property, even though it's awesome. Like for like, I'm gonna go two ways with this. One time, not being on property and just doing the parks, okay, so that it'd be less money. I can spend more money on park time, I think, but then in the same sense, go down and just stay at Saratoga Springs for like a week. Just hang out there.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Well, and it depends. So I am always team stay on property. However, if I have clients who are, insistent that they want to stay offsite, then we'll make it work. But Saratoga Springs is one of the deluxe resorts, so it is going to cost a little bit more. So there are, the value resorts, which Fred will agree. Pop Century, it's a value resort. It's my favorite resort
all day,
basically. And a lot of times, sometimes you can get it cheaper than what you would get offsite, because when you stay offsite, you have to consider the transportation that they have. It's not buses that run all day. Mm-hmm. So they may have like one bus that drops you off in the morning. They might not have another one till till the evening. So the transportation from the offsite resorts, and then if you do drive, then you got to pay parking at the resort. So if you decide, take all of those things into consideration. So sometimes, you can make it work, stay in. And then if you have to stay at All-Star Music or movies, I mean, to me, it's a Disney resort. So
yeah, I've stayed at movies.
I've stayed at music.
Stayed at movies in March, and it was still fabulous.
Yeah, it's just it's a regular hotel. I mean, you're still in the Disney bubble. You get all the Disney transportation. You get the perks. Because if you stay offsite too, you don't get to book your lightning lanes at the same time. So then you're behind. So there's a lot of different things. With dining, if you stay on site with dining, you can book dining 60 days for your whole trip. If you're off site, you got to do it one day at a time.
Yeah.
So we definitely make it work for the clients and what they can do to make them have a good trip. But yeah.
There's way more pros to staying on site.
Yeah. But everybody has a different situation for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we have some church friends that they rent offsite at the same place every time, and they have annual passes, but they love it. So
and they go like every other month.
Yeah, pretty sure they're still there. They went Sunday. I don't know if they're still there,
right
but
that's cool.
so it just depends on what works for your family. But definitely weigh out all the options and make sure you're comparing everything.
No, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody should go to the Disney Springs.
Oh,
The
yes.
show. It's really, I mean, it's cool. So we did eat over there. Oh, we ate at Margaritaville. Is that at Disney or is that at Universal? So
Universal.
That's over at City
Walk.
City Walk.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
also
there's a ton of places in Disney too to eat. I mean,
so many.
There's an art shop where you can get Disney prints and like they had an artist like literally like drawing and painting on there.
Yeah. Over in the back by Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah, I bought one. It wasn't a ton of money, and it just it was.
They're super affordable.
Yeah. Of course, also the little trinkets and things you get to bring home and stuff throughout the whole experience is really neat. So.
Yeah.
But they're also cool parts of the whole Disney thing. It was great. I mean, yeah, everybody should do it. I think really once, sometime.
Yeah. Well, fun. We really appreciate you coming on and sharing your story with us, and especially with it being over the holidays and it can be busy. But you have a good attitude about it and was, not downplaying the not being able to get on the ride. So I think that's good for people to hear that, if you just want to go in and experience the Christmas atmosphere, then, it's doable.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, Andy, thanks for sure for coming on. It's, it's always good having you. I think before we go, for those who don't know, Andy is a fabulous musician. Even has some recordings out there. So Andy, if you actually kind of want to give a little spiel, tell us about your music, tell us about where, people can find your music. We'd love to hear it.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, by the way. I'm a musician. I've been playing my whole life. I write a lot. You can find my music pretty much streaming everywhere. If you just search my name, Andy Meehan, ANDYMEEHAN. My thing is that I'm just here to kind of spread a message of light in my music. So it's all positive all the time. I do some Christian music. I do regular music. I do all kinds of music. So most of everything that I always try to do is put out just good, feel good, positive things. So I had an album come out last year. It's called Vessel. Whereas I kind of saw myself, I was being a vessel for the message of light for everyone to hear in a positive way. So, and then I've got 4 or 5 singles that came out this year. Those were fun. I got this dance rap song, which was neat, called Bounce, which actually, from what I understand, I didn't hear it, so I don't know if it's true, but was talked about on Air One Radio. I don't know if you guys know Air One, but like a K-Love affiliate.
Yeah.
One of our church members, she said that they talked about it and their kids liked it and used my name, so that's kind of neat.
That's cool.
This year's Spotify numbers for me weren't incredibly crazy, but I had 211,000 streams, so we're getting a start. I'll do get out.
Awesome.
Play some live stuff here and there. So my website is under construction, but hopefully by next week you can go to andymeehanmusic.com. So, and if you ever have ideas, find me on Instagram, Andy Meehan Music, my personal. If these guys, both of them can definitely get you over to my Insta and Facebook, and send me a message, say hi, request a song.
Fun. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna listen to the rap one when I'm working out tomorrow morning.
Bounce is a really cool song. I really love the Bounce.
Oh, thank you.
Like, even the music video was super cool.
Yeah, that was fun. That was my first time ever doing a video. It was literally like selfing my whole self.
It was really good, especially doing it from your phone.
Yeah.
Solid job.
Sweet. I'm gonna check it out.
Thanks. I'm working on 2 singles and the next album's coming out, which is called Shore. So vessel comes to the shore. Now I'm on the shore, and then from there we'll go through the wilderness to the mountain. It's a 4-part album, so yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Sweet.
4 years or so.
Awesome.
Got a smooth rap song coming out. It's got a '90s feel, and check it out. You'll see how it comes. Thank you for saying that. So
Yeah,
cool.
Fun.
All right, cool. Well, again, thanks for joining us for our first ever live podcast. It's been super exciting. We'll get this edited and put up to. We'll get the audio put up later this week. Well, I say that tomorrow's Friday. I'll work on it probably tomorrow. If you ever need to reach out to us, Lori, how do they get a hold of us? Email?
Yes. info@goingbeyondthecastle.com.
Yep. And then you can find all of our social media channels. You can find both mine and Lori's Facebook pages on our Beacons, beacons.ai/Going Beyond the Castle podcast. And with that being said, I think that wraps it up. Thanks for joining us, and we will talk to you guys again soon.
Sunday.
Yes, Sunday. What are we talking about Sunday? We should talk about that.
Sunday, I'm so excited because we are going to have my special friends, the host of the Disney Crush podcast, which is where my love of podcasting came from. I've been a guest on their podcast for maybe 3 or 4 episodes. Actually got to meet them in person a couple of years ago. They're just really down to earth, regular people. So I'm really excited to have them on the show. A little intimidating since they've been doing this a lot longer and they're the experts, but I love them. And so I'm super excited that they're going to join us. So that'll be this coming Sunday on our next live show.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Okay. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us. We will talk to you guys on Sunday.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on this magical journey. We hope today's episode brought a little extra spark to your day and inspired your next adventure. Whether it's a thrilling escape to Universal, a dream cruise getaway, or unforgettable memories at Disney. Have questions? A topic you'd like us to cover? Your own magical story to share or looking for travel assistance? We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a line at info@goingbeyondthecastle.com. Be sure to check out all our social media links and podcast platforms at beacons.ai/Going Beyond the Castle podcast. And don't miss the fun in our Facebook group, Going Beyond the Castle Podcast Lounge, where we share tips, updates, and behind-the-scenes moments. Until next time, see you real soon.